Hello everyone, welcome to the BISP Solutions. My name is Anjali and today we will again continue business rules in the planning and budgeting cloud services. So without wasting time, let's get started. So basically today we're gonna start with let's start with the calculating employee tenure. Alright, so basically this rule should be performed in the workforce planning module that will be covered under the EPBC's application, but we can do the same in the vision application as well. But I have tried, there are a few things which we need to set. So let's check if there is an EPBC's application already, so we'll work on the same. So let me check once. Okay, there is EPBC's application and I have just already enabled the features which is required to get the workforce module. First let me show you the requirement, but before that I need to log out first and then log in again so that we can see the features for the workforce planning. Alright. So now you can see after sign in, sign out, we are getting this workforce icon over here. Under the workforce icon we have the compensation planning, other expenses and analytics. Now what we need to do, we need to go to the configure, and as I have already enabled the features, but we need to load few metadata regarding the workforce planning. So side by side I am doing that and make you able to know, like able to learn how we can prepare this role. Alright, so I'll just load metadata for employee as entities. Not each and every metadata is required right now. Just need to enable a few properties like this employee properties, right? So let me first load this. Right, so we need to prepare a CSV file regarding that. Actually my application got deleted because I have already loaded all the metadata and everything just to make it easy, but right now the application got deleted, so we need to perform each and everything once again, because in the vision application again we need all these dimensions which should be required to perform this particular role. Employee metadata, validate and import. There are some errors. Okay, already records processed is 22, only 3 records rejected, so we can ignore it for now because our main motive is to perform the prepare that particular employee tenure rule, so we can ignore it for now. Then let's load the entity metadata. My metadata file is in the CSV format, that is the comma delimited file type. So it is completed, you can see. Now let's quickly load the job. So it is also completed. Now what next? We can load for union code as well. Let me show you the business rule which we're going to prepare today. Here I have taken all the dimensions which is required to perform this, basically the scenario, the version, the currency, and no property, no project. Then after that we need to take following assumptions in mind while performing this. So we will discuss that also. Here I've just fixed the start year, not start year, but yeah, from financial 24 to 26. So this rule will work for that till 26. Basically we need to calculate the employee tenure, right? So this is our requirement sheet. Suppose these are the employee properties. This you can get under the account dimension. When you click on the employee properties, you will find that under that you can get the full-time, part-time employee comments. You can enable, there is a drop-down box, maybe the smart list is attached in that, so you can select the full-time or part-time status and you can add comments. This main thing is we need to write here the start month, then we need to take the start date, because the calculation will be like this. If talking about 2021, suppose the employee joined the office, the company in the 1st January 2021. Okay, so that will be covered from January to December. All right, and let me write it in a meaningful way. So this will cover the 12 months. And if talking about the next year, that is 2022, so again it is the same, January to December. So it will again 12 months, right? So it is 24 months in total. And then 2023, from January to December, it is again covered the 12 months. Sorry, it's 12 months, right? Okay, my MS Teams is not working. Alright, so I'm just requesting to all the learners that please join the live session so you can get the today's update about the business rule session, because I am unable to operate my Teams, MS Teams, so I cannot take you guys there. So let's connect over here only. Alright, where we were? Yes, so these are in total 36 months. Alright, then if talking about the 2024, so again from January, because right now this is August is going to complete, so till August it will calculate. So 7 to 8 months we will take it from that 8 months. So in total it will be 36 plus 8. Alright, so 44. So when we run the business rules, so where we get the status under the employee tenure, our answer should be 44. Okay, this should be our answer. Working days per month, I am just taking only 22 days because we have the Sundays and Saturdays. After ignoring the weekends, the working days will be 22 I am taking here. And here is the list we have in the workforce application. So when you enable the workforce planning application, you can get various kind of list about the employee status. Some are the active, some are retired, transferred, disabled, temporary, and various other kind of status we have. So we need to take the status. That active means, here I have take the active, that means the employee is currently active and he is working. So for that we are just calculating the employee tenure. We need to specify the start date. Alright, and then we don't need to specify the let me change it. Yes, so we do not need to specify here the end date, because when we apply this rule it automatically calculate the end date, because you can see here I have performed this calc MGR months difference. This is basically used, let me make you understand where you can use this. So this is basically showing us the return the months difference between two dates that are in YYY MMDD format. So we need to write the date in this format only. So we need to write like this: 2021 0101. Okay, so this will be our date. Now what it perform, what is the role of this? This is basically taking the difference between the months of two dates. Okay, so if I write the date like this, from 2021 0101 to 2024 0108, so it will be taking from January, I mean it will cover all the between years as well. Alright, so in that format it will calculate the difference between the two dates, from date to date. Okay, so this that is why the reason we are using that. So when we use the calc months difference, if the first date is later than the second date in the function, then a negative number is returned. Okay, if the first date is later than the second date in the function, obviously the negative number is returned. If the first date is before the second date in the function, then a positive number is returned. If you want to return only positive number, then use calc manager months between. So we need to use this. Okay, if we need to only get the positive numbers, otherwise here we can get minus 44 as well. We can get this answer but in a negative format. So this will we need to take in mind. And the second function which we gonna use here is calc manager get current date. Why we are using this function? Because this calc manager get current date will automatically fetch the current date for the year. Okay, like suppose today is the date like 28th of August 24, so it will automatically fetch the current date because of this particular function, and we can get the solution over here. So right now let me just make you understand about this rule. So we have taken all the required dimension. I fixed that, and then I have just taken the @ relative year total comma 0, because I need all the 0 level members of the period dimension, right? And then I have taken I descendants of US entity, because under the US there are various sub entities exist. That is a finance US, sales US, so sales US, finance US, marketing US, and many others, right? So that is why I need to take I descendants, because we want to perform this rule for all the descendants of the US entity. Alright, then I have specified for the block creation, I have taken here the employee tenure. This is the member on which we need to see the data from business rule. Alright, then once it is completed, then here I have applied the if condition, that if this action is coming from the smart list which we have created, basically this action is a member which exists there in the application when we enable all the features. So you can see this action. So already there is provided the smart list for the status, so it is attached to this action. So when we select any kind of status, automatically this will work. So that is why I need only first number of identity for the action. If action is equal to 1, so my employee tenure will be calculated like this: start date and date, only like this. Okay, I am taking the months, calc manager month difference. This is 2023-0101. This is the date, start year, start date, and the end date we are not specifying the end date, because we are taking here the calculation manager get current date, so automatically it is taking the end date, and it will give us the difference between these two. Like we are creating the variables, so many a times we do not need to take a constant, we are directly select the variable. Similarly here we are selecting the function. Okay, now we are giving the another condition: if the action equal to 1, then the employee tenure will be calculated on the basis of this. Otherwise else employee tenure is equal to hash missing. If it will not work, then it will give us a hash missing value. And if enclosed with the 3 and fix, because initially we have taken the 3 fix. So this is whole about the rule. Now we need to check is the application is completed and done to load this. Okay, so we have successfully uploaded the metadata for entity, job, and the union code. Now let me configure the employee properties. So we need all these members under the employee properties. Here you can see this action. Okay, so we will just save this. if we want to add some of the more employee property, so we can click either on the add option, or we can import it as well. We can import it in a form of batch import. All right, and when you click on add, there are various provided members we have, so it will enable all of these, right? Let me close this. Employee property is done. Then workforce assumptions. Various other things which is required to perform this. There are some merit rates are defined over here. Then planning and forecast preparation, we need to specify like from which date we are doing this planning. So let's take here 24, period is okay, January, and we are going to start planning from this current year. Let's take everything monthly. It is saved. Okay, now we need to move towards the tools, and under that we need to set the variables as well as the user preferences for the intersection. So we have the scenarios. I am taking the 0 level descendants for this. Here I am going with the version 0 level descendants. Then we need years. Employee. So all these employees like this will work. We take the 0 level descendants here also. Job. Employee parent. Let's take the employee dimension wholly. Then period. Now we need to take the user preferences here. So one by one I'll pick a member for each of the parent members, for each of the dimensions. Let's do it for corporate. Okay, this is the entity. So here we are going with the US entity. Finance US. Reporting currency is, I will take the USD. Scenario, we'll be doing the planning. So let's move with the planning scenarios. If you change any of the member, then you need to change there the business rule as well to get the correct solution. Here I will select January, then save this. Alright, now we will see. I hope everything we have configured it correctly. Now let me show you the member on which we need to work today. This is the workforce planning cube. First select the required cube, then under the accounts you will get this action for which we are talking about. Alright, so you can see we have enabled employee properties. So under the employee properties we get this action, and when you click here you will get that already there is this smart list attached, that is a OWP underscore status. Okay, from where it comes, so let me show you that also. And under the smart list, this is the status smart list. So it is pre-built. You can see we have all the status about the employee. Some are the active, departed, disability, leave of absence, maternity, on sabbatical, transfer out, transfer in, resigned and closed. Okay, so this is our smart list. This is attached to that particular dimension, so that when we perform the business rule we get the status, we get the number according to the status of the employee. Okay, now we'll under the dimensions, let me again check that are we having the employee tenure member exist or not, because initially there was no member, so I have separately created that. So let me create it once again. The name of the member will be employee tenure. This will be store, save. Okay, now let's refresh. Okay, now let me show you one more thing. Okay, so we will move towards the tools, and under the tools we have the variables. So we will check under the substitution variables what will be the planned start year for the workforce. So current month is January, forecast end year is 25, forecast month is February, start year is 24, next year is 25, and yes, start month is January, so it will automatically taking that. The year range is 24 to 27, so we need to take the start year in between of that. Alright, let's create the business rule now. And before that, quickly I will add one user so that we can test it simultaneously, that is the rule is working or not. Okay, so I have created the user. Now we'll move towards the rules. I have already created the rules, so we'll try the same on this particular instance. So under the EPBCS we are having the workforce module, and under the rules let's create the new rule for the same. This is the employee tenure rule. let's wait for a few seconds so that we can get the script. We can write the business rule, and this is the business rule. I hope this is clear to you, like how we can add this rule. I have just mentioned the start year, end year, and here all the dimensions which we need to fix, and we can directly perform the rule as well without fixing anything. For less blocks creation we are using this. All right, why it is not working? Yes. So as we have created, that's why I'm directly pasting this. I think everything is correct now. Okay, let me first validate this. If it will not work, then we will change it. Okay. The member no project cannot be found. Okay, no issues. So what we can do, we can check in the application what are the dimensions we have. So accordingly we will select the members. We have the account, currency, employee, entity, job, property, scenario. I will take no property. So if we have the project member, okay, we do not have, so we can ignore it because earlier we have that dimension, that's why we have taken that. Now the relative, year total 0, high descendants US, tenure, we want all the 0 level members from the year total dimension member, and US entity, US is the entity, so I'm taking high descendants of US, then employee tenure, action. Okay, so when we see this smart list, under the smart list we have on the first number we have this action status. Okay, active status. So that purpose, for the active status we are taking here the first number. Then employee tenure will be calculating like this. Now suppose my employee has been joined in the financial year 23, 1st January 2023. Okay, that is why I am taking here 20230101. Alright, comma, @calc manager get the current date. So why we have taking that, that's I already explained. Else employee tenure equal to hash missing and if. Okay, now let's validate this. The same date which we have specified here in the start year, the same which we need to take there in the smart view. Alright, so it is validated. Now we will deploy the same and then launch the same. Alright, so it is getting launched. Now we will connect to the smart view and we'll take all the same members. OEP plan. Under the scenario, version is working. We can select it from the member selection as well. Currency is USD. Property is no property. Rest we can take anything because we have not specified there. So let me take any of the provided jobs. We have already specified all the jobs. So suppose this particular employee is having the designation of finance analyst and employee. So let me take one employee, star crop. Years we have not specified there in the fixed statement, any member from the employee dimension, that is why we can take any of them. Then here we will select the start period, not start period, just a period. And the entity which we fixed here, we can take any of the entity from US. And under the account we need to select the list. So let me check. We will take all the employee properties. Dynamic properties will include full-time employee exemption, employee type, skill set, and various things. But today we are just calculating the employee tenure, so we don't need this right now. Okay, we need to select the version as well. Assumptions. Okay, so under the property, alright, so under the property we'll take the we need to take the no property, right? There is no property option, is not available. So the same, either we can remove it from the member, so we can take any of them. Right, so this is launch employee tenure rule. Okay, so what we need to write here, we need to take here the start month. We need to specify the date. So under the rule you can get the date 20230101. So I will take the same. We do not need to specify the end date, it will automatically pick it up because we have taken the function. Here we just want the active from the list because we have some others as well, but today we are talking about the active status of the employee. Then hiring status you can also select, and working days per month, let's take here 22. We can automatically get the employee tenure when we run the business rule from the start date. Alright, so let's run that. So this is the rule which we have just created. Right, so can you see we are getting the employee tenure is equal to 19. Now we need to validate it. How 19 is coming? The start date is 01/01/2023. So from January to December, 12 months, right? And 01 0 today is the date is 28/8/2024, right? So it will be taking the months from January to August, right? January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. It is 8 months, right? So this will be this plus this. It is 20. There is a difference of 19 and 20, just one because right now the August is going on. August is not completed fully, wholly. That is why it is not taking the exact figure. Basically, this is the 28th of August 2024 today, right? If it is completed, like this rule will show you the exact figure, that is 19, when you check it in the next month, like from on the 1st of September 2024. So you will find that we are getting the exact figure over here, the 19, but right now you can understand the difference between 19 and 20 due to the let me write here 19 minus 20 minus 19, this one I will write here the reason, difference due to August not getting completed, right? So this is due to that. So I hope this is clear to you. Our rule has successfully implemented here. So whenever you need to calculate the employee tenure, you need to add the employee tenure member if it is not in the workforce or any of the application on which you need to see this, and you need to prepare the rule like this and then validate, deploy and launch it. Alright, so guys, this is completed, and the next rule which we're going to discuss today, that is data movement using the smart push. Okay, so this I think this we need to complete tomorrow because the time is already I think done. Okay, let's try to complete this also. Let me check if the vision application get completed. Yes. So like you have seen, we have completed one rule, that is the xref function. So that xref is used when we need to push data from one cube to another cube. So normally in the SBase you are using the xref function, but here in the cloud you can use the smart push. This will work as the same as the xref function. Where we need to push the data from one cube to another, we can go with the same. So let's do it. So again here I will create one user. I will add that. User is created. Now for using the smart push, first let me show you something about the smart push. So here clearly you can see we need to select one source cube and one target cube. So according to the cube we need to specify the members, like are we going to take the descendants, all the descendants, or the zero level members. So for more meaningful and complete reporting, users can instantly move comments, attachments and supporting details from source cubes to a reporting cube. Alright, so not only data, users can instantly move comments, attachments, supporting details from source cube to a reporting cube while working in forms. Users can then do more analysis on the planning data coming from the different cubes. Okay, so here for example, assume that you have expense planning in one cube and revenue planning in another cube. Assume further that you use a reporting cube to consolidate your reporting needs without smart push. For example, assume that you have expense planning in one cube and revenue planning in the another cube. Now assume further that you use a reporting cube to consolidate your reporting needs. Without Smart Push, the data from your cubes would be moved to the reporting cube through scheduled jobs set by the service administrators. Like in the FCCS application, we have the movement dimension, but here we don't have that. So Smart Push allows the data to be moved immediately to the reporting cubes by the users. Okay. So you can move application data from block storage cubes to the aggregate storage cubes, and from the block storage cubes to the block storage cubes, right? So now we again move to the application. Let me copy this and paste here in my PPT so that any other time I can use the same rule. In workforce application, we have done this. We have completed this in the workforce module. So under the data exchange, for the Smart Push, you need to move towards the navigator, and under the application you will have this data exchange, and here you can find this data integration and data maps. So go to the data maps, and here you can see we have already few created Smart Push plans. Here I will write the test. Let's suppose my first source cube is plan 1 and the target is plan 2. So we have the different members here. We need to just map the dimension. Like here in this source cube we have the 0 level descendants in the account, so we need to select the same here also, although we have the different members in the application. So like for the XREF, I have created few accounts in the Smart Push. The same I think we need to create here also. The same members which we need to take for the mapping purpose, otherwise we cannot see the data to be moved successfully unless and otherwise we can take the data same members. So you can see in the both cubes we have the same dimensions exist, right? And the unmapped dimension is base data. Now save and close. So this is done. What we can do now, under the plan 2 we need to take some of the members which we need to test today. Because if we talk about the plan 1, any member we will be taking today for the sake of testing. Let's go with the revenue, or let's take the total cost of sales. So under the GP we need to create that 5110 5330. We will take some other names. I'm gonna creating one hierarchy, dynamic calc, GP1, and under the GP I will create the child one for the revenue, revenue 1, 40 6010. This is the new member, and store, this is a revenue type, and one sibling we will create for the cost of sales 1, because the other member is only cost of sales. Okay, this is the expense. Then we'll add one member 6050, and this will be store, save. Let's create one more sibling 6070, because we already have 6170 store. So this hierarchy we have created. Now we want to see the data in this hierarchy from plan 1 to plan 2. Test sheet for smart push. Let me see the instance name. This is 302147. First we will take the plan 1 and then the plan 2. Now we will change it. Quickly I will take the base all the POVs. I am working on plan 1, working version, any product for now I am taking, and then financial year 24, period is January 110. Here I will take all the accounts from GP. When we expand this, let's remove, right. So here we have taken a few cost of sales and few areas. Quickly I will add figures over here: 5000, 6000, 200, 300. Submit data, and these same data we will see here in the plan 2 by using the smart push. So in the next sheet I will connect so I will take the same POVs here also for getting the right data. And here we will select the next hierarchy which we just created. So right now it is not completed. Okay, there are no period, that is why we are getting this error. So let me correct this. We will select the period over here. I am taking no period for now. Refresh, and here also no period. Again I will add the data. Now the same data you can see while using the smart push, we get the same data here also. Okay, how we can get that? Go to the application again, and here we need to enable this once again. So under the data exchange, in the data maps, we need to push data. Click on the push data. So this will work, and when it is completed, we can see that are we getting the data is pushing from plant 1 to the plant 2 or not. Just taking time. So it is working in the same manner. Like we are using the xref function. We have seen in the previous sessions how to use the xref function. So either you can go with the xref function. Normally in the SBase we are using the xref function, but if you want to push the data in this way, so you can go with this, go like this also. Like you can use the smart push, but for that it should work. I don't know, maybe the application got removed, that's why we are unable to see it. Let's wait for a few more seconds, then I'll show you the result tomorrow. It is taking time because we are having a lot of data in the application, normally in the demo vision application. That is why it is taking time. Otherwise it will work fast, because we just need to push data from one queue to the another queue. So push data execution time has exceeded the maximum configured wait time. Will now be executed in the background. To check push data status, we need to check in the job console page. We can see the see the status from here. When it is completed, you will get the result in the smart push. So automatically the data will fetch from this to this, like the xref function. So I think it will take a lot of time. I will show you the result in the next session, because we have some other sessions as well. So for now I am just closing this, so that we can prepare some other rules as well. So thank you so much guys for joining this session. I am ending this session, and if you still having any doubts, so you can ask over here, the www.bispsolutions.com. So thank you, bye bye.